Hello, everybody. Welcome to Ready, Set, Resell. This is Vicki. I am so glad you're here to join me today. Today, we're going to go over a huge Goodwill Bins haul that I got on February 25th, 2021, just a few days ago. I was so excited to go. I hadn't been in a while. I love going, and it's a pretty big haul, though. I mean, we've got a lot of stuff to go through. I bought 50, almost 46 pounds, as you can see, at $1.19 a pound here in St. Louis at our Goodwill outlets. That's $54.50. So lots of great stuff to get to. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. On YouTube, if you're on Facebook, please let me know that you like these. I kind of went on a hiatus for a couple of weeks. I had some other stuff going on, but would love to know if you guys are getting any value out of these videos so I can keep doing them and sharing with you what I find. So for those of you that don't know, the Goodwill Outlet, we have two of them here in St. Louis. One is on Market Street downtown. The other is out by the mills. That's the one I tend to go to. And they put everything in your cart, you wheel it up on the scale, and you pay $1.19 a pound. For most items, sometimes when there's glass items, it's actually only 20 cents or so a pound, 25 cents a pound. And then the books are $1 an inch. So everything else is just mixed together, which makes it like a big treasure hunt. So the first few items I'm going to show you are the ones that I'm most excited about. I tend to like buying things from the bins that are handmade because I know how to hand make things, a lot of these crafts. And when I see something like this beautiful Afghan, I just can't pass it up. So this is a huge Afghan, and these, I maybe paid $3 or $4 for it by the time you weigh it, but look at this beautiful, beautiful work on here. It's a scalloped pattern. It's variegated yarn. The edges are even scalloped as well. For those of you that crochet, you know what that's all about. But it's a huge, huge blanket, and I washed it. It smells fabulous. It's in great condition, and I can't wait for it to find a new home. So if you're interested in buying something like this, you can either go to my Etsy store, or I'll actually have it listed on Poshmark. So now I didn't find just one Afghan, about 5. Plus a couple that are smaller that haven't actually even been finished yet. But this is another one. It's an amazing, amazing pattern. It's granny squares, so that's a method of piecing the items together. Again, amazing quality, even better condition. Sometimes when I find these in the bins, there might be a flaw in them or a hole, but since I know how to crochet, I can patch it up. These did not have any of that, so amazing. This third one here is beautiful as well. Very good condition, very bright colors. Usually when you see something like this, it's a little bit random in pattern because the person probably just had a bunch of extra yarn, enough to maybe make 1 or 2 of these colored squares. But look, it's huge, it's beautiful. It's also for sale. So that's the third Afghan. And next there is what I kind of call like an Easter pastel Afghan. It's also well made. It's just got your basic stripes. It would be perfect for a baby's room or a baby gift even, because it's just so cute. And the last full-size Afghan that we have, they're really just throw blankets is kind of how I classify them, is this kind of green, yellow, white. For any Lindbergh High School or Lindbergh School fans out there, those are our colors. This is a very dark green, but it's very, very pretty and just great for cuddling on the couch. I was so excited to show you the Afghans. I didn't show you my receipt, but here is the receipt that shows exactly what we're looking at today, the $54.50, 45.8 pounds. So the other couple items I have that are related to the hand knit. So when you start this particular kind of Afghan, you kind of start in the middle with this pattern. And then as you crochet all the way around. So these were also in the bins, and they can be used just as a placemat, or they can be used as a table decoration, something to just put in the center of your table. Or if you are a crocheter, you can get this and keep going. So there's a smaller one here. This is also the same idea. It's a little bit larger, but the colors and the handiwork is just beautiful. When I see something like this at the bins, I just can't let it go. So that's the crocheting part. Now this is probably actually also crocheted. I have not seen a sweater like this at the bins in such good condition. It's this beautiful red color, very well done. I washed it. It freshened it up a little bit. Now, of course, there's not a size tag or anything since this is a handmade item. But what I typically do when I have something that doesn't have a size tag is I go ahead and give the measurements and kind of describe it to the best of my ability. I also put it on one of my mannequins. I have a mannequin that's about a size 6. I also have a plus size mannequin, so I can put it on there and kind of get a feel for what size it is. But just beautiful, amazing find at the bins. The next item is kind of a batch of fabric. So I like to rescue craft supplies and resell it on my Etsy site. And as you'll see here, this is sort of a doll that you can cut, that you can sew into a pillow. There's some directions here on some other things you can do with her. She was near in the bins to this other fabric. So you've got 2 yards of this polka dot fabric, probably about a half yard of this fabric, maybe even a quarter of this. But when I see something that kind of fits together, I think it will take a really good photo. And so I will probably end up putting all of these together in one listing because if someone likes this color palette, they may also, have an idea of what to do with those items. So as we go through, also what I typically do is I will write down how many things I have rescued for selling, how many items I have rescued to keep, how many I'm going to craft with that'll possibly turn into a gift or into something to sell, and then a question mark for what I'm not sure I have. And I do this because I'd like to know approximately how much I'm paying for each of these items. So far we have the 5 afghans, we have the 2 smaller afghan pieces, the sweater, and then that lot of fabric. So far we have 9 items. And at the end, we will divide that into 54.50 and see how much each item costs on average. All right. A few more things here. So this is also what I believe to be a hand knit item. It's basically a hand crocheted in this case. Yeah, no, actually, I'm not sure. This might be knit. So it looks as though it's a very, very large scarf, but you probably put it on like this, and then there's buttons here, and there's buttonholes, and so you probably button it as like a poncho or a scarf or something beautiful like that. So lots of options with that. So these beautifully huge buttons and some great cabling details here. So that will definitely be to sell. And then I found this bag. Now this bag is in decent enough condition. I did wash it. It's canvas. It looks as though this is actually like a beige color as opposed to bright white. But it's Coca-Cola, right? And so I thought, well, maybe this was just originally a bag that someone had embroidered it on there, except that when you look inside, it's actually well lined. So it's not just something that somebody made and then there's actually a tag here. So the brand is called Threads. And that is what the tag looks like. So I'll do a little bit of investigation, see if I can find out what the value of this is. It says it's 100% cotton made in China. Always check the pockets. You can actually see the stitching on the inside of that. But it's a cute bag. I know people are really excited about Coca-Cola items, so I think this will do well. I think it will do well. So that's definitely to sell. Next, I have a whole box of stuff. Now, I started getting kids' clothing. For some reason, I just can't pass it up, whether it's my son's size or not. And I think what I'm going to do is really focus on the Carter's brand. For me, that's the brand that I like the most. This is a Carter's 18 month. And I always first thing I look for is the feet. When you look at the feet, 18 months is big enough to be walking. You're going to look to see if there's any toes that have poked through or the wear on the bottom. And so for this one, both of those feet look great, and they're awfully cute too. I guess it's like a bulldog. That's what it is. It's a little bulldog on there. I also prefer the zipper. My husband has very large fingers, and so for me, I think other dads might be more willing to zip than to try to snap everything. So I check the zipper before I buy these items too. And my goal is to basically lot them, put them together in a group of 5 or 6 of similar kinds of sleepers in the same size and sell them on Poshmark, also sell them on Kitizen, because that's another place I've found to sell kids' clothes, which is going pretty well. So that is one. Then there's a few other that kind of fall in that category. So this is adorable. This is a Carter's 3 month for a little girl. It has little ears. It's very warm and cozy. This one does have snaps. Sometimes, you know, cuteness overrides the snap idea, the zipper idea. And the feet are really good. That's that one. Then I have some, this is another brand that, this is just Gymboree, but I think I'm also, you know, I like little dresses. I kind of like the one and done, get one piece. But when I find something cute at the bins, you know, you just kind of have to go with it. So this is a kid size. This is a size 6, so that's going to be for sale. This is a Children's Place, 18 months. And it's probably too little for Walker, although, I mean, he is not even 2 years old yet. So we might try it and see if it fits for him. And if not, it will be sold. But so I'm going to put that as a keep just for now. It is Children's Place, so that's also a brand that I like to resell. Found some leggings. Now these are Old Navy leggings. And I thought when I got these were plus size. I have to look, see if I could find the size tag. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, so these are a 1X. Decent condition. I always try to get some basic pieces, especially when they're plus size, because those really sell well for me. Mark that on the list. This is a brand I had not heard of, but I really liked the way this looked. It's called Title IX. So for those of you who know, Title IX is how girls got to have equal funding in sports because Title IX was passed. This is like a tennis dress. I'm assuming it's a tennis dress. It's got a zipper here for a pocket, so maybe that's where you put the ball. But in any case, it was really cute. I hadn't really seen anything like it, and I know athletic wear is a great seller, so I'm going to go ahead and sell that. This is a Jessica Simpson dress. It is a medium. You can see there's the Jessica Simpson tag. Put it right side up, that might help. There. I just thought it was a cute basic dress. It does have pockets, which is always exciting. You can tuck them back in. It has pockets. It kind of has this sort of, it kind of feels like a leathery sort of material on the side. I just thought it was really cute. It was in good condition. It washed up nicely. Nothing wrong with the, well, looks like, no, nothing wrong with the hem. Sometimes the hems drop out. You have to sew them back again. Next we have another dress. This is a brand, this is Torrid, which is why I got it. It's an 18. And it's kind of a pinup, you know, one of those basic black dresses. It's got a nice flare to it. Got these great straps. So I just thought it was cute. This is a Ann Taylor Loft. I actually have a lot of Ann Taylor and Ann Taylor Loft in my stores. This is a medium. It's kind of a suede, very soft feel vest. It's got pockets. The zipper works great. Just thought it was cute. You know, there's a little kind of pilling on the side that you just have to pull off just like that. So that one's cute. Next, this is a Columbia top. And this is for kids. It's a large. At least I think it's for kids. It may not be. I'll have to check. Let's see. Usually we'll say kids on there. But it's a lighter weight top. Zipper works great. Columbia is a good brand. Next, I wanted to get some items, like I said, for my plus size customers. This is a Dress Barn Woman. This is a 1X cardigan. See the size there. Just pretty colors, you know, nothing too fancy, but very, very comfortable. All the buttons are there, which is also something good to check because a lot of times the buttons can be missing. And if there is a missing button, check the inside tag because sometimes there's buttons there. I got this. I think I might have actually gotten this for me because I have a top similar to this. It's Danskin now. Oh, that's actually too big for me. It's a 3X, so it's a good size to have in your closet. Again, activewear is always a good thing. I always check the pockets and make sure if an item does have pockets, I put that in my listing because pockets are more important to women than you might think. I wish more clothing had pockets. Now this, my son Walker, who I mentioned is almost 2, will be 2 in May, loves this little character. He loves the pig from Moana. So this is a pillowcase for when he gets his big boy bed. We'll put that pillowcase on there. He's really into Moana. He loves the song, so that's a keeper. This is for my other son, Peter, who is 15. I think actually I got one for the little baby that looks just like this. Structure. It's a large. I don't know if I can get my son to wear it, but of all the things to get him to wear, this one's not scratchy. He usually complains about scratchy sweaters. And he's got to have, at least one nice sweater in his closet, hopefully. This is a cute sort of, it's like a jacket. It's like a fancy jacket. It's is the brand, the medium. And it's just fun. It's very flowy. It's got these bell sleeves here and here, and then it's got the fringe at the bottom. So I thought it might be a cool addition to my closet. I have a couple items. Next, we have a sweater for Mr. Walker. This is an extra small, so it's an Old Navy. It's a 5, so he can grow into this. This is exactly the kind of thing that I love to dress him in, and it's just so super cute. Here, that's a keeper. Next, we have this green top. I think this is the one that I got for myself. Yeah, this is an extra large. So is the brand. And it just looked very comfortable. I'm doing a lot of treadmill work these days, and so I thought this might be a good thing to wear for that. So that's a keep. Rarely buy anything for myself, so that's kind of exciting to find something small. Okay, this is a top from Calvin Klein. It is a size small, but I liked the pattern and the colors. I thought this would show up really well when you're taking pictures. It's one thing to remember in reselling. It's very hard to sell black things or things that just don't photograph well. And so I'm also just double checking here to make sure that the buttons are there, which they are. It looks like there was probably a belt because there's a belt loop, so I don't have the original belt. And I'm going to look at the content tag. Okay, so it's polyester, but it has a very nice feel to it. I think that'll make a great photo for Poshmark. Now this, there's a lot of baby items at the bins, and I think there's a lot of baby items, well, because babies have a lot of stuff, but sometimes people just don't know what they're saying. Not a bed sheet. It's actually it's a diaper changing cover. So I saw this. I wanted to get it. It's nice and soft. I think we're good as far as our diaper changing tables go. We've got 2 here at the house, but Summer Infant is the brand. So I will go ahead and list that. And it's always good to have a backup one of these. And this one's really soft and in great condition, so that one's going to be a sell. Next, we have a super cute jacket. Now it does have skulls on it, which I'm not usually a fan of, but it's a 5T. It's Granimals. I think we're going to probably put this in the Walker pile. I have a closet with bins that are sorted by size, so when he starts growing, we just pull out whatever in there. And that's really the best way to sort of shop at the bins for a kid. You're not going to be able to go to the bins at the Goodwill Outlet and find the exact size you're looking for all the time. So you just kind of have to plan for the future, and then that way you've got it for when they grow, because you never know when they're going to keep getting bigger. So this is a table runner. This is handmade, and the way that I can tell is you just kind of look and see how it's pieced together. If everything is lined up perfectly in the corners, then it's most likely machine made. But if you look closely here, you'll see the corners are not lined up, which to me says it's handmade. You can also check the stitching around the edge, see how it's not exactly straight. Which is good because I want to save the handmade items. I thought this color scheme was just beautiful. And then on the back, it's got a plaid that actually is one of the same plaid that's used on the front. So this will be awesome. I'll probably iron it a little bit, and that will be another handmade rescued item from the bins, which is always a good thing. So yes, Easter is just around the corner. got this little guy for my little guy, and just put him in the washing machine. He's Infantino, which is the brand. Maybe he'll love it forever. Maybe he'll love it for 5 minutes. Who knows? So we got that. Now, I also want to show you a couple things before I go through the very last few items that I got from my friend Brenda. Brenda does mosaics, and I got this guitar at the bins, and there were some teenagers looking at it at first, and they were kind of testing it out, and I said, well, if you guys decide not to get that, let me know. They decided not to get it, like, well, it doesn't tune very well. So that's okay. We're not going to use it for music. But she embellishes them with a lot of jewels and different types of things, charms. So she was very excited when I got this for her. The other item, so that's an item that I'm going to put in the crafting. And then the other item is just this crate. It's sort of I think it's for grapes. I thought it would go well in Brenda's antique booth, which is in Chesterfield Antique Mall. So take a look there if you are there. I just like those kinds of crates and things, and thought, that one weighs hardly anything. So that's the kind of stuff you can buy at the bins and know that you've got a good deal. Here's another box item that I got at the bins. It's hydrangeas. It's a hat box, and no, I don't wear hats, so that's not a thing. But I just love this kind of shabby chic, botanical, floral type theme. I opened it up before I left to make sure there wasn't anything disgusting inside, which there's not, so that's good. It's got a couple flaws on it. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. Although it might make a really cool thing in the back here to store some things. So that's probably what I will end up doing with it. I'm going to put that in the craft section. Here is a beautiful red sweater. It's a turtleneck sweater. It is Talbot's, which I also like selling in my store. Size medium. You can see that it's kind of got that cross front situation going on. So that's a sell. And we just have, we have a few more. Some actual non-clothing items. This is just a little top. This is Cat and Jack. It's a 3T. Going to be for Walker. I think he'll like it. It's just a basic t-shirt, and that's the thing about kids' clothes, right? He might be able to wear this for a few months before it keeps growing. He might spill something on it. That's why the bins is the best for kids' clothing. I recommend it every single time because you never know what you'll find. This is a casual corner woman, plus size, 22-24, 100% cotton flannel shirt. So this is, in great condition. I checked the sleeves for the buttons, try to make sure they were all there. So this is just a very, very nice colors. Thought this would go well in the store. And then I can't remember what was inside of this, but I know that this hardly weighs anything, right? And I used it to carry my stuff home because I didn't have anything in the car to carry some stuff in. And I know that when I typically am selling those big afghans, it's always good to store them in something like this and even ship them in a bag like that. So that was a no-brainer. So stuff like that doesn't weigh hardly anything, definitely a good thing. Okay, so just a few things left, and it's kind of funny. I didn't even actually know that I picked this one item up. It was wrapped inside that fabric that I showed earlier. It's seam binding, which is a sewing implement. I actually have a bunch of different kinds of sewing things like this that I actually am going to scan it on Amazon and see if I could sell it, because I sell stuff like that if it shows up on Amazon. But it is a sewing implement, and so what I'll probably do is have a lot of these types of things, lot them together, and sell them that way. The next item I actually haven't even opened up yet. It's a bag of what I believe to be bags. Yeah, so it's these, they're not Ziplocs or anything, but they are cute for putting gifts in, for putting other crafts in, maybe storing some of the things that I make in here. A bag of bags. I couldn't tell you how many are in here because I just opened it, but it was a good buy for having supplies like this. I'm definitely going to keep that. Next, I have a a book. I sell a lot of knitting and crafting books on my site on Etsy. And so this is how you can crochet all these different snowflakes. So this book was in excellent condition. I don't know how much I'll get for it. The price on here says $9.95. It just kind of depends how old it is and if this is something that people are looking for. So my first bet, okay, this is from 1998, so it's actually considered vintage. But my first step is going to be to go to Amazon, see if I can sell it there. If not, probably sell it on Etsy. So it's definitely a sell. This bag has several knitting needles in it, which I'm excited about. So these are brand new because they still have the package. Boy is the brand, and it's US size 15 metal knitting needles in great condition. Now, yes, technically the person could have used them and just put them back in here, but I don't see any signs of use, which it would be difficult to find signs of use in knitting needles unless they were really, really used. So like these are also the same brand. I typically sell these separately because when people are looking for knitting supplies, they're typically looking for you know, particular size, and whether you're knitting with these or knitting with these, it's a huge difference on the project that you're making. And then I saw this knitting needle and I thought, oh no, there's only one here. But I'm trying to read what it's, oh, it is a boy, but it's actually a crochet hook. So when you're crocheting, here's a lesson for all of those who don't know the difference between knitting and crocheting. Knitting, you need 2 needles. Crocheting, you just need 1 hook. So that's what that is. And I might end up keeping that one for myself. We'll see. And then in the bag also is a pair of these sewing scissors. And they usually have some intricate designs. I might do a little research. These were made in the USA, it says. But these are just fun to have around too when you're sewing. So this I'm going to count as 1 item. And then the last item, which I think is everything. Whew, that was a lot of stuff. The last item is a t-shirt, and it's completely sealed in the bag, so I don't really want to take it out, but I think it is a Poshmark t-shirt because it's perfectly posh. So it's adult large. I think I might just keep this in the package and sell it on Poshmark that way. So maybe this came from, you know, they do have conferences. I bet you that's what this is from, but I don't want to take it out of the bag. I mean, I do want to see it, but for selling purposes, I want to keep it right where it is. So that was, gosh, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. We got 50 items here exactly. So doing the math very quickly, I mean, you could do it yourself, but you take 50, and you divide that by 50 items. You will see I paid $1.09 for each item. $1.09 whether it was this, $1.09 whether it was this entire group of knitting needles, or $1.09 for each one of those huge afghans. So that's what makes it all worth it and exciting, is when you save money, you save items from getting into the landfill. You also save the handiwork that somebody else put so much time in making those afghans that I started out with in the beginning. So that's why I love the bins so much. That's why I keep doing this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up and tell me what you thought was best about the video, things you might like to see more if you're watching this on Facebook. And I can't wait to see you next time. I hope you guys have a very safe and happy rest of your week. Thanks.